Hey everyone, it's Richie3Jack here with a weekend review for October 14th. I'm going to be doing this on the webcam, see how this works out. We just watched the Fries.com championship and saw that uh, Jonas Blix, rookie out of Sweden, won his first ever tournament on tour. If I've been looking at Jonas Blix's stats here, and I see, okay, well, he's not been a really very good ball striker this year, but he's great on the greens and great around the greens. He's ranked third in putts gained going into the Fry, so he may wind up leading putts gained when they update that. And then he's 11th in short game play. He's 141st in driving effectiveness, 123rd in danger zone play, and 78th in 72nd in safe zone play. He was 185th in birdie zone play. Let's see if I look here. All right. So yeah, I mean, I've been looking. I'm just kind of looking over his entire year because I keep an update for each player over the course of the year. What I see is that, yeah, he kind of had a little bit of struggles midway through the year, but past month or so, he's rapidly improved his ball striking. That's why he's doing so well right now, and he just came away with a victory. The big mover was Jason Kokrak, who moved up to 117th on the money list from 167th. That was a big move, which is good for him because, and I think it's good for the tour because he's one of the players I see as a high potential player. Let's see. Yeah, and I mean, pretty much right now, I've got number 125 on the money list being right around a projected earnings of about $667,000 for the year. I'd say high side 672, low side 660. So if I look here, we got Boo Weekly. He's at 660. James Driscoll's at 664. Jeff Magrit's at 671. So, and Roberto Castro, he looks like he's probably made it. He's at 708. I can't imagine him not making it. Then a little lower down, we got Rod Pampling at 612, Billy Mayfair at 612, Kevin Chappell at 610, Gary Christian, who I had as my top handicap pick for the Fries. He missed the cut. He shot 76 on Friday, but then he had a really good round on Saturday, shooting 68 and some tough wins. But he missed the cut. I would look out for him for the next couple weeks. Him and Alexandria Roca. Gary Woodland's in there, but he'll have his card for 2013 because he won at Innisbrook in 2011. Ches Reeves close. I'm not sure if he's got a card for 2013 or not. And you got Bill Lundy's fighting for a card. He's 133rd on the money list. He's at 551. All right. Let's see. We'll go. All right. Wanted to show the video this week of Kelvin Miyahara talking about left foot move and transition. For those who don't know Kelvin, he is one of my top 50 instructors. One of his star students is a guy named John Oda, who's only 14 years old, played in the Sony Championship in Hawaii on the PGA Tour in January, and I believe he won the Hawaiian State Open this year. At the age of 14, it's an incredible accomplishment. Kelvin does a lot of work at talking about how to improve clubhead speed, and that's what I've heard from every one of his students, how greatly every student talks about how greatly they've improved their clubhead speed and how much that's helped their golf scores. So it's definitely a guy you can check out. He does a lot of essays and blog posts on AroundHawaii.com, and they're really interesting stuff. And he's one of the things he's kind of famous for is categorizing golf swings on tour and just in general based on different types of release styles. He's got things like a drive holder release, a knife edge release, flip roller release. And I think it's very interesting and educational about the golf swing. See, we also showed some videos about Jackie Burke's golf swing back in his prime. There were colorizers from thesecretinthedirt.com. Steve Elkington, Mike Maves, and others. Hold on a second. See, I kind of always prefer looking at these vintage golf swings over today's golf swings, which are, today's golf swings are they have very wide back swings, and they're kind of swinging for the fences types. And Jackie Burke's looks very much in control. Looks very much kind of like an effortless power type of swing. That's kind of what I grew up with as far as what golf swing should kind of look like. More like a Sam Snead and Tom Weiskopf instead of today, where we see guys like they're trying to swing like Jamie Sadlowski, which is not totally disagree with it. I just think from my perspective, I kind of prefer more of a classic style look. I think a lot of that has to do with, as far as golf swings goes, the equipment, especially with the driver. The drivers today are so much more forgiving that you can really kind of swing for the fences, and you might not be completely successful, but there's enough people out there that can swing for the fences and hit the ball well consistently time after time. With persimmon, it's a little bit different. I practice with persimmon every week because I call it the True Serum Club. I got it right here. Hold on a second. Alright. Oops. Hold on. Alright, this is what I play with. It's the Cleveland Classic RC85. It was designed after the old McGregor MT85. So I get a lot of questions about persimmon and vintage clubs and which to use. With persimmon, what I usually look out for, I'll show it again, is how many screws they got on the persimmon. See, this one's got 6 screws on it, right here on the face. So that's what I want to play with. I usually look for the 6 screw ones, especially the McGregors and the Clevelands. Tony Penna made some great persimmons, but they were all 4 screws. I don't know if that has really much to do with it. I just always found from personal preference that the 6 screws were the best designs. I know Wood Brothers has a 6 screw was really excellent, but unfortunately it's very expensive because it's kind of a collector's item now. So I'd always just kind of look out for the McGregors and the Clevelands and see if they have 6 screws on them or not. Let's see. Last week we talked about aim point with the 0 lines. I'm probably going to, in the next year, more about sharpening your skills with the aim point, because I've pretty much introduced aim point and what it's about a million times. So what I kind of find is that my readers need to know more about how to become better at aim point. So I'll probably need to start doing more posts about that. What I found intriguing about aim point when I first got introduced to it, and it was actually through watching a video on David Orr's website, was how often the putts actually double break. And but with aim point, not only you know how to figure out where to aim with them, a lot of times it's also surprising is how often the aim point calls for you to aim at the cup. I remember the old saying goes, and I think even Pels wrote about this in his book. One of his books is that if you are aiming at the hole, then you're aiming wrong. Well, with aim point, they obviously dispute that, and it does make a lot of sense from the aim point perspective, and it does work. So other than that, we'll probably go into next week. I'll probably have a update on the certified D-plane instructor list. That's something that I'm the only person doing that, and it's more of a maintenance and time issue for me. So I try to update it once every 3 months and kind of try to update all the instructors at once instead of doing each instructor each time, because it's just kind of a pain in the butt for me. And then we'll probably go into some other things and have another tour rundown like I always do. And that'll be about it. So we'll see you next week.